Hi, boys and girls. Are you guys ready to do some Daily 5 today?
Yeah!
All right, let's start with our song. Ready?
I want to be a voracious reader. I want to be a voracious reader. Reading makes you smarter. Reading makes you stronger. So read a good book today. Hey!
Great job, guys. Okay, today is a very exciting day. We get to learn about read to self.
Yay!
Now, I know that we talked about picking good fit books and we talked about going book shopping, right?
Yeah.
Does everybody have some good books in their bins? Double thumbs up like this if you got books in your bin. Yes. Now, we got to learn what we need to do when we're reading those books, because we're going to learn about what it means to read to self or read independently. And there's some jobs, there's some real serious jobs that we need to do when we're being readers, voracious readers. So we're going to talk about those jobs today. So over here, I have this chart. Do you guys see this chart?
Yes.
Does anybody know what letter that looks like?
I.
Thanks for putting up your hand, Cassie.
I.
It looks like an I. Now I just said a word that started with I, but it's a big long word and it means I can do it myself. Does anybody know that word?
Vicious.
Oh, close.
Insect.
Oh, insect is a good I word, but this one is independent. Say that.
Independent.
It means I do it myself. Try that.
I do it myself.
So everything I put on this chart today is something you can do all by yourself, okay? So we're going to talk about some rules for read to self. So I'm going to put that up here. Read to self. Okay, now boys and girls, who do you think has a job during read to self? Thanks for putting up your hand, Emma.
You.
Me? Like the teacher?
Yeah.
Totally. Because it's not like kids get to do all the work and teachers sit back and have a coffee break. Teachers have to work too, right? That's only fair. So the teachers have to work, but who else has to work during read to self? Thanks for putting up your hand, Paige.
The kids.
Yeah, students. They are the workers too. So students and teachers have jobs. We're going to put student jobs over here, and we're going to put teacher jobs over here, okay? So now when we're talking about doing read to self, we want to build stamina. Do you guys know what that means?
No. Stamina.
Holy smokes, those are some big words. Stamina means I can do it longer and longer and longer, like a runner. If I'm practicing to be a runner, maybe I might only be able to run 1 block the first time I run, but if I practice, maybe I can run 2 blocks and 3 blocks. Just like runners, readers have to practice so that they can read longer. Okay, so we're going to learn about how we can practice reading so we can read longer and longer and longer. And I bet in grade 2, you guys could read like more than 10 minutes without even stopping. Do you think you can read more than 10 minutes without stopping?
Yes.
I bet if you practice, you can. So let's talk about some jobs, okay? So the first job of a student, this is important. The first job of the student is to pick a good spot. Now you have to remember a good spot is a spot that works for your body to do your best reading. So a good spot for me might be in this chair because I feel comfortable reading here. I might be able to read on the floor. Do you think a good spot for reading is upside down under Mrs. Pasemko's desk?
No.
Do you think you might get distracted if you were in that spot?
Yes.
So you have to pick a good spot. Now I have to tell you a secret. Me and Mrs. Pasemko, we're really good friends. We like to chat. We like to giggle. We like to talk about new shoes. It's true. So when I'm choosing a spot for read to self, do you think I should read next to Mrs. Pasemko?
No, you're going to get distracted and talk to her.
I love how you had that answer. Make sure you wait till I call you, okay, Emma? So here's the thing. Yeah, if I sit next to her, I'm probably going to giggle and talk and look at new shoes. And I might not be reading. So when I pick a good fit spot, I need to find a spot where I won't be distracted. That's job number 1. Okay, pick a good spot. Job number 2, just wait, I'm gonna go through all the jobs and then I'll take questions, okay? Job number 2 is stay in one spot. Okay, so I might pick this chair as my spot and I might start reading here. But then I like see somebody's got a cool book over there and like I come over here and I like sit down and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna sit here now and read, and then I'm gonna come over here because I wanna be over here. Oh my gosh, does that look like good reading?
No.
No, you can't switch spots all the time. You gotta stay in one spot the whole time. Because if you get up and out of your spot, that means you've stopped reading. Which takes me to rule number 3. I think we're on 3, yeah. Rule number 3 is read the whole, not even book, time. Read the whole time. Because guess what? I might have some good fit books in my bin that take me 2 minutes to read. And if I read them for 2 minutes, but everyone is still reading, do you think I should just stop?
No.
Nope, I get another book and I keep going. Reading the whole time, let's see, I'm gonna borrow this book right here. If I was reading the whole time, it would mean I'm reading the words or the pictures, or I'm retelling the story, because we know we can read a book 3 different ways. If I'm reading the whole time though, do you think it looks like this?
No.
No, that's called daydreaming. That's not reading the whole time because I didn't even have my eyes on the book. That's too silly. Do you think reading the whole time looks like this? Hey Charlotte, look at my book. It's really cool. I got these pictures and everything's just awesome. And look at this writing. Isn't it awesome?
No.
Nope, that's talking. That's talking to my friend Charlotte, who is awesome and I want to talk to her. But not during read to self.
No.
Because that would be breaking stamina. That means we wouldn't be reading the whole time. Now we're going to talk about something very important. Let's see if you can guess what it is. If I'm in a good spot, I'm staying in that spot and I'm reading the whole time, but I'm reading like this. He was the guy that everybody liked at the school and he was awesome.
No. Quiet.
Do you think anybody else could read?
No.
No way. So one of our other rules is we have to read quietly, not always in our head. And in fact, one of the rules of becoming a really good reader is to say the words out loud. But what kind of voice should you use? Whisper voice. So we're going to use a whisper voice. Use a whisper voice. Okay. Now, there's really 2 rules left, but only really 1. Because the last rule, if you do all of these things, you automatically follow the last rule. So the second last rule is about like when we get started. Okay, so the rule is get started right away. So let's put that on here. Get started right away. So when we get started, we're going to do something special in your class that's going to help us remember what jobs we do. Because right now we're working on read to self, but you guys are super readers and super writers, and you're going to get to do read to self. You're going to get to do work on writing, word work, read to someone, maybe even listen to reading. So you might have 5 different jobs. You might have 5 different jobs, but we need to make sure we're doing all of our jobs. So we're going to keep track of what jobs we do using our special chart right here, okay? So we're going to put your names on there, and every time you do a job, you're going to keep track by using the popsicle sticks. This popsicle stick says read to self, and it's yellow. So anytime I'm practicing read to self, I'm going to take a yellow popsicle stick, and I'm going to put it in to the one that has my name on it. That's how I know I've done read to self. When you have lots of different jobs, then you're going to have a yellow one and a blue one and a purple one. And once you have the whole rainbow of colors, all of the colors, you get to start again. And that's how you know you've done all your jobs, okay? So when we say get started right away, it means got to get started right away. Do you think getting started right away would look like this? Hey, Mr. Senko, I gotta go to the bathroom.
No.
No, if it's an emergency, always ask. But we wouldn't yell out to get started. Do you think getting started right away would look like this? Hi Kylie, how you doing today? Are you good? Okay, I'm gonna go to my desk for a minute. No, we can't stop to talk to our friends and we can't go to our desk. Our job is to go straight to our book bin, grab it, find a good fit spot, and get started right away. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so these are our rules. If we follow all of these rules, we're gonna do something very important. It's not even really a rule, it's what our goal is. We are going to build stamina. Good remembering that big word. If we build stamina, that means we can read longer and longer and longer. Now, what do you think the teacher's gonna do during this time? Coffee break, talk about shoes, feet up, have a nap?
No.
What is the teacher gonna do? Hands up.
Work.
What do you think the teacher might do?
Help.
Help who?
Like us.
Help the kids. The teacher's very, very, very important job is to work with kids. Work with kids. Now, very important. If the teacher is working with a kid, do you think that teacher can work with that kid very good if everyone keeps coming up and interrupting or yelling out her name?
No.
Nope, it would be very hard. So if you see the teacher working with a friend, that means it's their time, their special time to work with the teacher, and you have to read the whole time, stay in one spot, use a whisper voice. And if you can do that, the whole class is going to be better readers by the end of grade 2. What do you think? All right, so boys and girls, it's time to get started for a round of Read to Self. If you have a shirt with a hood, please get started. Thank you to the friends for staying nice and quiet. Just take one, just the yellow today, and put it in the chart. Like how my friends are putting it in without even talking. They're getting their book pen super quiet. Let's see if they pick a good fit spot for reading. All right, now if your shirt is short sleeves, you can begin. Now if you are in grade 2,